Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
You were always rich, but now I think you've bought 3 countries or something. You are very wealthy.
I inherited a few countries at birth.
Okay. Yes.
And that's just something people should know. As a child, and this is very unusual in an Irish Catholic family, but I inherited 9 islands in Greece.
Oh.
Yeah, and I've been holding on to them, and then I sold them.
Yeah, you are a very wealthy man. I respect that about you. I was actually thinking this because
who says that? I respect. You've
earned
not
your
a big fan
wealth.
of Trump, but then I found out that he had some money, and I do respect that.
But you've earned your wealth. He got it from his dad, and he's also a horrible person.
My father gave me nothing.
So
nothing. Nothing.
But here's what
all I wanted was a hug.
Here's what I was gonna say.
Oh, shit.
Because there's a question of whether straight people will go see Bros, right?
Yes.
There's like this big question mark hanging over the movie, and I really hope straight people do go see Bros because it's really, really funny, and we need you to go see it, right? Because we want to make money at the box office so that people keep making these movies, and we prove to the world that this is a good thing. We need more of it. That this is a worthwhile venture to keep making movies about gay people. But instead of a lot of straight people going, Conan, we could just have you buy one $20 million ticket.
I'll do it.
To go see it.
I'll do it.
And that's as much as we need. That's
Is
our
the
whole
ticket
opening
made
weekend
of
right
gold?
there. Yeah, exactly.
And rainforest wood?
That's all it would take.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
No, but also, let me reassure you. First of all, you claim I have all this money. Sona will tell you I've made some terrible investments.
Yeah, you have.
Really, really bad investments.
Right.
I bought up all the VHS machines about 8 years ago.
Wow.
Because I thought that was coming back.
Yeah.
I've done some terrible.
I had to loan him a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh.
She loaned me
and I'm
money.
his assistant.
Yeah.
That's
I
unfortunate.
have, but she has it now because, anyway, she's got all the money.
Off his back.
Yeah, and also you embezzled from me, and you're not even a good embezzler, but I'm so stupid about money that you got away with it.
I told you I was embezzling.
Yeah, and I didn't know what that word meant. And that's why she's not in prison, because they said she did tell you she was embezzling. I was like, well, I didn't know what it meant. I thought that meant she just had warm, fuzzy feelings. I'm all embezzly about you. But no, I'll tell you, first of all, Billy, in my opinion, and I believe this passionately, you are funny first. Before I know anything else about you, you're just funny. And in my experience, that is what everyone's hungry for. They're hungry for, they're hungry for a movie or a television show or a moment or performance that is funny. You're also a talented actor. And I know I have not seen this film yet, but I'm going to go see this movie.
Thank you.
I know that you are going to be very relatable, and this is going to be good, and it's going to be very funny, but also touching in moments. And I think that is the home run. That's going to be the home run. And yes, I think the word on Bros or your work is going to be, this is good.
Yeah.
And not, it's good for America. Of course, it's good for society. It's good for the world. But I just think it being funny is what's going to sustain you, because that's what sustained you your whole career.
That's true.
You have that ability, and that's how I met you. That's how all of us met you, was because you made it happen. You're super talented.
Thank you. Yeah, no, and it is. It's weird to say about my own movie, but I've now watched a lot of early audiences at screenings react to it. It is a really fucking funny movie. Like, it is
again with the language.
It is well, I'm
when a
sorry.
Straight person swears. I think we've established.
Didn't George Carlin say that? I think,
Conan. It's so weird. What a weird hill for me to die on.
Yeah, only straight people.
Everything, I haven't pissed.
Curse.
But just this is one thing I'm not backing down on.
After 30 years, this takes you down.
Yeah, I just think only straight people should swear. I don't know why I'm Nixon again, but I believe only straight people should swear.
Those are the current topical references that you listen to this podcast to hear.
I meant Cynthia Nixon. That's what I meant. I never said Richard Milhouse, but this is how Cynthia Nixon talks now.
Why? Because she's gay? I'm leaving, Conan. Not all lesbians talk like Richard Nixon, regardless of what you think.
You're tired of that old trope?
Exactly.
You're so tired of that old trope that all lesbians talk like Richard Nixon.
All lesbians talk like Richard Nixon and all gay men fuck like LBJ. It's just not true. It's just not true, no matter what Hollywood wants you to think.
Haldeman, Ehrlichman, let's all get in the car and go see Thelma and Louise. That's the story for us, boys. Then we'll get back to the Watergate and get that safe cracked.
What a strange joke. It's
what a
weird run.
Joke. Yeah, what a weird run.
You're like, don't worry, Billy, you're relatable, just like me and my lesbian sound like Richard Nixon material. So relatable. You're welcome, Middle America. I'm the next Jeff Foxworthy over here.
I'm worried I just hurt bros. People are going to be like, I don't want to go see that. Nixon's a lesbian in this movie? And he's being raped by a dinosaur?
Pat Nixon fucked Sonic the Hedgehog and Bros? That's the first LGBTQ rom-com?
What's happened to Apatow? He's lost his mind.